please understand me when I say this. When I say we are in the new age, the modern era version of Nazism, I'm not joking, I'm not being hyperbolic, I'm not trying to be sensational or overdramatic, I'm being dead serious. I talk all the time about the 100-year cycle. We are in the 100-year cycle. 100 years ago, we saw a rise of fascism, an economic collapse, global military conflict, followed by the defeat of fascism, by the rising up of the good. And then we entered into an era of prosperity. 100 years prior to that, we saw the same thing. Here we are 100 years removed, and we're right back into it. We are 100 years removed from 1925. From 1925 to 1945, we saw the Great Depression, the rise of fascism in Europe, World War II, the defeat of fascism, and then an era of prosperity. We have begun the 20-year period where we're going to go through this shit. The only difference is fascism did not rise in Europe this time. Fascism exists in Europe, but fascism didn't rise in Europe this time. It rose here in the United States of America. This time, the part of Germany will be played by the United States. And this administration is mirroring the Nazi regime step after step after step. Watch this.
He will prevail over the forces of wickedness and evil. They cannot imagine what they have awakened.
That's Stephen Miller, the White House Deputy Chief of Staff, speaking at Charlie Kirk's memorial. His words closely mirror a 1932 speech by chief propagandist for the Nazi Party, Joseph Goebbels, called "The Storm is Coming."
We are the storm.
Goebbels was a key architect of the Holocaust and Hitler's close confidant. He used the stark dichotomy of good versus evil to justify Nazi superiority, galvanizing the base for revenge against perceived enemies through a religious moral framework. Stephen Miller rallied supporters using the same language.
That fire burns with a righteous fury. We are on the side of God.
Goebbels also demeaned critics, portraying them as subhuman and dangerous, just like Miller.
Those trying to foment hatred against us, you are nothing. You are wickedness, you are jealousy, you are envy, you are nothing.
Miller, Vance, Trump, RFK Jr., and Hegseth all used Kirk's death as a basis for building a movement and permission structure to crack down on the left in the U.S. And they did it by framing Kirk's killing as not the responsibility of just the shooter, but anyone who criticized Kirk or the Christian nationalist movement. They painted him as a martyr in a spiritual war between good and evil. Vance, RFK Jr., and Tucker Carlson even compared Kirk to Jesus Christ, using divine framing to cast retaliation against entire groups as righteous. And all of it echoes what Nazis called a holy war against Jewish people, queer people, black people with disabilities, and political dissidents, as they used Nazis' death as martyrs to elevate their cause. And their movement thrived under poor economic conditions as Germans looked for an enemy to blame their problems on and someone to save them. We're in dangerous territory, and we need to keep our eyes open.
We are in the 100-year cycle, folks. What happened in Germany 100 years ago and what happened 100 years prior to that is happening again 100 years later. Only this time it's here. You can call me crazy all you want. Read our history. Human history. Read it. You will see that we are in the 100-year cycle. We have about 20 years of economic downturn, military conflict, and fascist rule before somebody defeats this. It has proven true for the last 200 years. And everything that I see says we're going through it again. This administration are the Nazis this time. That's what we have now in the United States of America.